Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Coming to the Board and the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben. This week I'm joined by Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And this is our sister show where we discuss the weekly word of the weirds we found on the World Wide Web this week. And where do we start? Man who DNA tested alien mummies said he's made a discovery that could change the course of history. Have you seen the alien mummies they found in Peru? It's
no, I don't think I've seen
it. Ongoing story.
I saw the Mexican thing. I don't think I've seen this one.
It's the same thing.
I haven't seen these.
I think that might be an AI. I tell you, like, they are just enlarged in these photos.
These are ones that the Mexican government.
That's right.
They look different from what.
No, these are the Nazca mummies.
Okay, I've not seen these ones.
Is that Mexico?
Peru.
Oh, so these are different then.
Yeah, so the man who DNA tested alien mummies says he's made a discovery that could change the course of history. And that's quite the claim, and you'd expect, of course, quite the evidence to back it up. UFOologist Jamie Moussan previously unveiled an alien mummy named Montserrat with 3 fingers and toes. And Jose Mantilla worked closely with the mummies found across Peru to identify their origins. They are quite creepy though, aren't they? Look like the stuff in the movie Doom almost. Last year, Moussan introduced 2 centuries old alien corpses to the world, and the recent unveiling of Montserrat led to authorities attempting to seize it. Mantilla believes that Nazca mummies are thousands of years old and once walked among us as mere humans. When they were originally stumbled upon by explorers, a whole lot of speculation began of where they were from, including the theory they are aliens. While Moussan and Mantilla said they have proof and research about the mysterious creatures, many critics say they are extraterrestrial. Hang on, where am I? Where Moussan and Mantilla say they have proof and research about the mysterious creatures, many critics say, this is written really badly. Many critics say they extraterrestrials are nothing more than dolls, which has thrown me completely.
That and the lager.
The 10 cans.
It's not 10 cans.
8.
Maybe 8.
It is written badly.
But it is written badly.
It's a typo. I can see why it was fucking.
It threw me completely. At 3 feet tall, the more recently presented Montserrat was apparently pregnant when she died and has an almost stereotypically alien-shaped head with long limbs.
Right.
Mantilla shared details of his most profound find with the Sun. Boo. Claiming,
obviously, if you discover an alien mummy,
you
prove that it's real, you go to the Sun.
Go to the Sun. That's where you go.
None of the top universities, government agencies, the Sun.
No, the Sun.
The people must know.
Surprised it wasn't the Daily Star.
Oh, I'm not that I'm doubting them, I'm just...
Well, he claims the mummy has a 3-fingered tridactyl fetus inside her.
Oh, fuck off.
And therefore he claims this disproves the criticism that the bodies are dolls, along with them apparently having a unique DNA makeup that simply couldn't have been created by modern day technology.
I'm getting confused. They're not the pictures of the
ones we saw.
No. Where did you find this article, man?
It's Lad Bible.
It was put together by children.
It was. But weirdly, it was the only one that carried it.
Huh.
I wonder why. But this is why it's called Weird News, gentlemen.
Well, yes, it is weird.
So the Peruvian journalist explained there is documented and verifiable DNA which implies that 4 genes were combined to create a being. That cannot be done now, even with all our technology, even with all the money and all the science in the world. This cannot be done by a human. He firmly believes his findings will change the course of history, comparing its significance to the moon landing. So he thinks we landed on the moon, eh? Lunatic. Ah! We do believe in the moon landing, by the way.
Yes.
Yes. We're all good.
Of course.
Don't tar us with your brush.
I just don't believe the moon's a moon.
Well, who's to say?
It's a massive base.
It's a Death Star.
Well, it looks like it some days. I always think that, in this sort of half showing in the daylight, in the middle of the day. I always think, it must be what it looked like on the surface of Alderaan. As it.
Do you look at it and go, that's no moon?
Yeah, I do think that. I bet that's what it, in the last moments as it got closer, that's what it would sort of, so you'd be walking around going, oh.
Hey, wait a minute, that's no moon.
Guess we're fucked.
Well, you don't know what it is. That's not the moon.
There must be rumours of it.
I don't know.
People heard, do they know? They must want people to know.
It's far too big.
Yeah. It's supposed to put you off.
Planet of our size to have. No other.
Well, the moon we're on about on the Death Star.
Yeah, the moon.
Yeah.
So if it came too close, we'd be fucked anyway. The seas would be rising and gravity would be all
There's
fucked.
that film Moonfall. Is it Moonfall?
God, have you seen that?
I have. I've heard it's shite.
Have you?
It looks awful now. I haven't watched it.
I fucking.
Did you try to watch it? Did you?
It's not one of them so shit that I loved it. No, it's just shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I don't bother with it.
So these are bollocks then, aren't they?
Well, Mantilla added that even archaeologists are amazed with the mummies and can't offer further explanation other than them being anthropomorphic beings. There's physical evidence that human beings have coexisted with another species similar to ours, which might be the more logical explanation.
Yeah, could be. We found them hobbits recently.
But isn't
By Isengard.
This is like, I could just produce one of my action figures and say this is physical evidence that we've been living with a micro race. It's just a fucking look at it.
If that film Toy Soldiers is to be believed,
I think that's a dummy.
They look like greys that are hunched up in a fetal position.
Yeah, because if I'd seen that on the news, things would be different. So they're just humans with weird heads.
They could be.
Well, they used to strap things around them and change the shape of their heads, didn't they? Turn themselves into cone heads.
How would you explain the 3 fingers and toes?
One fell off and then another one. And then there were 3. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed
over and over
at home.
again. Over and over again on 3 toes and fingers.
Then another archaeologist just says they're dolls made from animal bones joined together with synthetic glue, so...
The truth is always...
So even some ancient people,
there.
even if these are ancient, some ancient people could have still had a bit of a laugh.
Oh, God, yeah.
We're going to make some fucking weird mummies.
Oh, look, it's like those, dick jokes have gone through time.
Yeah.
You got Neolithic cave paintings of a cock. And then they've got Roman cave etchings of a cock. And do we find an erect penis funny as men? Yes, we do.
Well, do you know the oldest joke they've ever found written down?
I do, it was on QI.
Yeah, I've probably said this on the pod before, but I love it. It's about a man's goes to the barber. And the barber says, "How would you like your haircut, sir?" And the guy says, "In silence."
Right, now I've had a different one.
Which one did you hear?
It was a man and a woman sat on his lap and she farted.
That's it.
And then something about time immemorial or something. It wasn't funny
it will
at
always
all.
be funny.
Yeah, it was like, he's like, oh, it happens time immemorial. And it's like, that's the joke. And it's like,
Women farting on your lap.
Yeah.
And that's because women not farting has been a joke since time began.
Farts have
And when one does fart on his lap, he's like, that hasn't happened since time immemorial.
Something like that.
Farts falling over. Farts falling over. I was going to say farts and kids falling over has probably been funny since forever.
Jimmy Carr's done a study on it, hasn't he?
I'm sure that's where I heard it. That was the oldest joke written down,
Could
apparently. Or Roman, or something to do. It was something to do with it being written down. It might be the oldest Roman joke, maybe, or something.
Might be.
Or just a Roman joke.
The Romans were very crude in their humour, weren't they? Let's face it. I mean, like I say, they drew dicks on walls and sort of laughed at them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what these are.
No.
Probably
No.
bollocks.
Why?
I want to hear the studies of Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, why some lunatic talking to the sun? Why aren't people of repute taking this seriously?
Yeah.
Apparently, Neil deGrasse Tyson was offered to go and view them, and he refused.
Well.
That's because he's probably too busy appearing in a fucking sci-fi film so he can ruin it
his
for me.
excuse was, I'm not qualified, I'm not a biologist. You
Yeah.
ask for a biologist.
Yeah.
Well, come on, someone's offering to see these things.
Yeah,
It's gonna
be
take a fucking
interested.
look, man.
Well, see, he's not as good as Brian Cox, because I heard this, I'll keep it quick, but this story it's about 10 years ago in a museum in Manchester, there was a statue and it kept moving, kept turning, right, overnight, and the guy in charge of it was like, what the fuck, this is driving me fucking mental. And he spoke to the head of security there and he was like, can we set up some motion detection cameras? And they took one picture every minute for 24 hours. So when you played that back, it took 55 seconds, right, or something like that. And when you played it back at that speed, it looked like the statue was literally in this case, like spinning around of its own, like literally a figurine turning around. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's creepy as
Like,
fuck.
what the fuck? And he's like, I don't believe in ghosts and shit. So he asked Brian Cox, come and have a look. Obviously there's got to be a reading what's going on, and they get to the bottom of it. Brian Cox, using his knowledge of physics, he's like, and they looked into it. The bottom of the statue was incredibly slightly convex, and against the glass surface they normally use this special museum grade blue tack.
Yeah.
They hadn't used it, and because it was next to a main road, the vibration and the two surfaces, it was happening during the day but it was imperceivable, but when you watched it sped up on the film it looked like it was just going like just spinning round like a freak show, but it was just physics. But Brian Cox went and had a look, even though he would have been like, well, it's not a ghost, is it? That's bollocks, because he thinks all of that's bollocks. He still went and had a, he went and had an investigation and was like, well, I will apply science.
That's it.
To your little ghost mystery.
I love
Because
it.
people were worshipping the statue from around the world.
Oh, I can believe it.
People from Japan were travelling and trying to give it money and things.
I can believe it. I can believe he would worship it, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope we don't start doing that with these, eh?
Well, if they're real, I want do the science. Not the Japan. Don't come from Japan and give it lottery tickets like people
That's what I'm
are doing
thinking
to
about.
this
I don't want
statue.
that.
But give it to, instead of all this bollocks, all this like, because they say archaeologists, but then which archaeologists say what? Give it to a fucking university, the best science research. Break it down, study it.
Exactly, give it to Oxford and Cambridge.
It's bones and animal
They're
skin.
universally fucking acknowledged as being pretty good.
Yeah.
Give it to MIT. Give it to Stanford. Give it to somebody.
Read
Go and
that.
have a look at it.
Read that quote there about none of those things.
Flavio Estrada, an archaeologist at Peru's Institute for Legal Medicine and Forensic Sciences, said, they are not extraterrestrials, they are not interterrestrials, they are not a new species, they are not hybrids. They are none of these things that this group of pseudo-scientists who for 6 years have been presenting with these elements. They're just dolls made of animal bones joined together with synthetic glue. It's a totally made-up story, which is what he would say, Gaz, if he was part of the establishment, isn't it?
I just think any real alien shit is going to be behind like the sort of doors that open and steam comes out. You know what I mean? All steel.
I want
chrome,
Independence Day with the tubes,
Yeah, deep underground. Yeah, exactly. But to get to them tubes, there's lots of, like deep underground. It's not being found by some prick in a cave in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, look what I found.
Well, either way, it could be real, could be not. We don't know.
I think we know.
Moving on.
Do we? Kerry Hopkinsville, Gaz.
Alligator relocated from former Coca-Cola plant put on weight loss diet.
Okay.
Why was he at the Coca-Cola plant?
An alligator found living behind a former Coca-Cola plant in Florida. Had to be Florida, didn't it?
Yeah.
Has been put on a diet to lose some of its over 400 pounds. The 9-foot gator was relocated from the grounds of the former Coca-Cola plant in Temple Terrace after neighbours raised concerns about a damaged fence around the retention pond.
Oh, is this broken through?
The alligator was taken to croc encounters where veterinarians decided to put the over £400 reptile on a weight loss diet. That's a little bit heavy for that animal, Croc Encounters director John Panner told WFLA TV.
Does that mean it will take 2 shotgun blasts to the face to bring it down from the hunters or what?
Neighbours living near the plant had said some locals have been feeding the gator, which they nicknamed Coca-Cola.
Oh.
The Goliath gator was reported served lunch meat and hams by nearby residents.
Why would you feed the fucking alligator? Especially meat. Don't give it meat.
For us British people, I was trying to see how much that is in stones. £400.
It's got to be 30 stone, isn't it? It's got to be 30 stone.
My signal's crap in here. 28.57
Wow.
stone. Fuck me. That's quite heavy.
Yep.
It is. It certainly is. It's heavier than Max.
Yeah. Fuck me.
Who's feeding it fucking hams?
Why would you feed it?
Why are you feeding it meat?
Oh,
Your children are going to be running around and...
What else are you going to feed it?
Honey,
Fuck all, a shotgun. I'm going to feed it.
honey, grab me that ham from the fridge. That giant crocodile's in the garden again.
A high-powered rifle.
This is just the Florida equivalent, right, of a little old lady going out to the garden and feeding the squirrels and the birds. It's just, that's their wildlife.
Yeah.
Oh, here, give him another ham. He looks hungry. Hey, Coca-Cola. We love you. I'd be fucking shooting it with fucking miniguns.
Hot lead.
Fucking fuck off.
Hot
We're not
lead.
used to alligators
I
wandering
know.
around, they are.
Fuck off. I wouldn't leave the house, though. I don't want to go to Florida.
I'm locking the fucking doors. I'm getting extra locks.
But I've seen
I'm installing
videos of
doors.
like doddering old men like just shooing him off with a frying pan, like calm as fuck. I mean, you see like just giant killing things like that, and they're like just fuck off, like a couple of twats with the frying pan, bold as brass, and it fucks off back into the because their back garden goes on to the whatever hell pits of hell they.
Oh, I
come
don't
from.
want that. I don't want to fend off fucking alligators in my day-to-day life.
No, they're different there. Drunk woman, I remember we've done the story on here. Drunk woman went down to the river, didn't she? And a fucking croc just jumped out in Florida and went, I'll have you.
Yeah.
Lunch. Anyway, sorry. How did you put it on a diet then? Did you just tell everyone, stop feeding the massive croc?
Pretty much.
Well, he says all of our alligators get a mix of pellet diet and fish and chicken.
I'd give it a pellet diet. Shotgun pellet to the
Buckshot pellet.
Yeah, to the brain.
Well, they're saving this one.
Well, I
Despite the
suppose.
fact he's fucking huge.
It's a living creature, I know. They just freak. We're not used to it, and they're dinosaurs. They are
Yeah.
actual fucking dinosaurs. Just mooching about in Florida. Not for me.
Mad, isn't it?
It's mental. It's not for me. I don't give a fuck how nice the beach is.
Nah.
Fuck off. No chance.
Well, this one's happy, guys.
Oh, wow.
For once, we're gonna have a
Happy story for
On
me.
a happy note, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unless it's do chokes, I don't know. But, yeah.
Oh, it's at the top. Sorry, I thought it was an advert. Hundreds gather in New York to witness man eat an entire jar of cheeseballs.
An anonymous man. For that matter.
Ah. Hundreds gathered in New York's Union Square this weekend, the 27th of April, to witness an anonymous man devour an entire jar of cheeseballs. The mystery posters began popping up in the area during the week with a photo of the balaclava-clad man holding his snack, inviting people to come and watch. However, people were interested, and soon the park was filled with revelers cheering on as the mysterious figure as he stuffed the crisps into his mouth, still wearing his signature mask. "This is why I live in New York City," one commentator joked.
It's New York.
New York. You
New
mess
York
with one
City.
of us, you mess with all of us, pal.
That's it.
The New York accent was recently voted the second most sexiest accent in America.
I actually quite like the New York accent.
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
I do.
Basically, it's Janine, isn't it? Is it
Yeah,
Janine?
Janine
Goes
I
from-
actually
and
quite like
Raphael.
it. New York.
Raphael.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, I actually, on a woman, I actually quite like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
do,
God,
yeah.
no, it's quite nasally and.
Oh, Ben, I made you a cup of coffee.
Oh my God, I'm not sexy.
Yeah, go for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like a cup of coffee?
I
Yeah.
just think of fucking
Oh my god.
another Janine from fucking
Janine,
Friends.
is Janine, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's evolved a little bit since then, to be fair. But I do like
Are you
it.
secretly in love with like a tough New York sort of policeman, but you just don't want to admit
No.
it? So
No, it's Janine. She's always done it for me.
we got one.
Yeah, she's always done it for me.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Exactly, yeah. She's always done it for me.
Fair enough.
No. The
She's-
number one.
She's fitting Ghostbusters too.
The number one accent is the southern accent. Obviously.
I do
That
like.
is sexy as hell.
Oh, the lady.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I do. I agree with Mike. The New York one is my second favourite. But yeah,
Oh,
the
it's the New York one.
southern accent.
I like it when they're quiet. No, I'm joking.
Gag, would you
I've never
mean?
thought about it. I don't really. None of the American ones are my favourite ones. No offence. I just like a nice, a nice English one.
Well, this was all about American accents, so there was.
Oh yeah.
But,
You know, it's all about me. So anyway.
Like a Geordie
Right.
word.
No.
Scouser.
Oh God, no. No. I like South Wales.
Yeah, Wales definitely.
South Wales.
Irish, some
specifically.
Irish.
Irish. I
Yeah.
like some Irish.
Soft Scottish.
Northern's
Oh,
very
not
nice.
Scottish.
Soft Scottish. Soft
Some
Scottish.
Northern is very nice. Very, very.
Yorkshire.
Some of it's very nice. I'll have to try and make note of when I'm out delivering. I hear some, and some of them like, ooh, sounds fun. Not like fucking that, like, like,
Not Nora Batty.
like fucking hell. Up tit road, loaf at bread. No, not that. Would you like to suck me tits, love? I'm horny as fuck. And I want you.
No, there's a soft version, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a sexy
Yeah.
version. I'm trying to think.
Not last the summer wine.
No.
I just keep thinking of Nora
Nora
Here.
Batty making.
Here, do
Listen,
you want me to suck your fucking cock or what?
that's Cornish.
Hello.
Listener,
Anyway.
you won't get the
Good
Nora
point for
Batty.
you.
You won't get the Nora Batty reference. But if you do want to watch, if you do want to get the Nora Batty
Yeah,
version,
put Nora Batty into X-Hamster.
don't do that. But certainly check out a show called Last of the Summer
I
Wine.
wonder what horrors would come up.
So if you want to find out who Nora Batty was,
Right.
check out that
Right,
show.
to get away from Ben's Nora Batty porn obsession.
I'm not the one who fucking
Now
brought
we
it
know
up.
what
I'm
you're
not even the
into.
one who brought it up.
No, I just want to say this.
I was talking about the. I was
Although
talking
this
about
is
New
a
York.
happy story, I would just like to point out it's also a story of just how fucking stupid, just bananas and pointless young people are.
Well, actually,
To the point where they're like, there's going to be a man, he's going to eat a jar of fucking cheeseballs. Now, everyone just eggs each other on like monkey see, monkey do to turn up and it hashtag trending and we're all
They must be
live
doing it
streaming.
ironically.
this is
I
my
hope
other,
so.
this
but
is my other point of the story. Actually, it's happy the fact that
It's
hey,
happy.
hundreds of people are going to watch a man in a mask eat cheese balls. But at the same time, it also shows how fucking sad we are as a society that we'll go and watch that. We used to go and watch public executions. Now we're watching a man eating cheese balls in a mask.
I think it's ironically.
I hope so.
Has to be, doesn't it?
I don't
It
know.
can't literally be.
Oh my
cheering
god,
him
he's
on.
eating cheese balls!
I know.
He's got a mask on, he's eating cheese balls. It's
It's
trending.
viral. It's
trending.
viral.
Yeah.
Go there, get viral.
Everyone's
Someone
filming
taking
themselves.
the piss out of him. He's some sad man eating cheese balls.
He's doing it. He's doing it as a fucking reason to get internet
I
notoriety.
bet he's some sort of, he's either like it's money or he's some sort of wanker hipster who's like it's performance art.
yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
God,
maybe.
fucking jump under a
But
fucking subway train.
That performance art, which he hates so much, is going to go viral. Therefore, giving him the success he doesn't crave. Well, sorry, not the
Well, he's
success.
wearing a
The,
balaclava, so it's not exactly.
the publicity
What is he craving? Because he's not going to be. He's anonymous.
his Instagram account will get millions more followers, and he'll earn advertising from it.
But
That's how you make money.
Balaclava.
That's
they're gonna put
Jim,
millions into
that's
it.
how you make more money. That's how you make money nowadays. You get a massive Instagram account by doing stupid shit like this. Hundreds of people turn up to film it, all stream it, all share it. Boom,
And how
You got a
big?
million views, you're earning money.
Right,
How big is
I'm
the-
gonna get a mankini and start eating M&M's on the motorway.
Mate, you'll go viral.
Yeah.
Is
So
there
you
a
need to
picture?
get first, though, before you do it, so they can so you're streaming it and they're sharing it.
Can you scroll down, Mike? Is there a
I'll be
picture?
famous in no time.
How
You
big
will
was
be.
the jar?
That's the thing, you will be.
How big was this jar? There's no picture,
No.
is there? Oh look, oh there he is. It's not even a big jar.
And he's got some water.
Like I say, it's gotta be ironic.
I
You gotta.
despair. Look at them all with their phones out. Just,
I love the fact that the balaclava turns into a cape.
yeah,
I
well,
like that.
Mr. Cheeseballs, you know, we all enjoy a cheese ball. I enjoy a cheese ball as much as the next man.
They're cheap, you get 2 for 70p. They're the cheapest snack available.
I like the ones from Aldi. All good, so yeah, that's what the world, you know. But thank you though, that was better than dead cats and fucking, you know, those horrific, that
Flamethrower
fucking
dogs, yeah.
ridiculous excuse for a human being child that you mean. Well, I say human being in the lightest possible terms. That fucking alien monkey baby you made me look at. Haunts my fucking nightmares, that does.
Well, listener, if you ever saw that and it haunts your nightmares, please contact us at Colour the Board in the Post of the Apocalypse.
Fucking horrible little gremlin. You kept insisting to me, it's a human child. No, it fucking isn't. And it's burned into me brain. Hairy little bastard.
Do you have nightmares about it?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Do you have nightmares about it?
Not nightmares, but it just occasionally randomly pops into my mind, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that image.
Not
I
one
can't
got
even
my
remember what
mind,
I can't. Oh God, I hope not. I can't even remember what it looks like.
No,
I
mate.
can.
Oh, I can.
Baby with hairy face and big black eyebrows. wasn't it?
Oh, the werewolf kid from the
Yeah,
other week.
that's what I'm on
No,
about. Yeah,
no,
I
that hasn't troubled my dreams at all.
I've never thought about it since. I must have.
No,
oh god, horrible.
I'm desensitised to this shit now.
it hasn't troubled my dreams. Well, I'm masturbating over magical tablets.
Well, it's a slippery slope, Ben. Today it's tablets. Tomorrow it's gophers or something weird.
Nah, not really into that.
A gopher whose throat you've slit in front of an audience of robed people.
That might happen.
Yeah. It's the next step in the political
I
ladder.
was thinking, well, they go for up his arse.
Only in your fantasies.
A gerbil's more traditional, isn't it? To join the ranks of power.
At least a hamster.
Ask Richard Gere.
Richard Gere, eh?
Yes, that's an old school reference.
He was not in the Illuminati. I refuse to believe Richard Gere was in the
There was a
Illuminati.
rumour going round.
Yeah, back when
Oh,
we
come
were at
on.
school.
He did like fucking 4 good films tops.
Yeah,
That's pushing it.
Amsterdam
He's not in the
was-
Illuminati.
No, he became a fucking Buddhist, and then he went through a phase in the 80s of only accepting like roles that didn't, you know, that fit with his values. So, what a wanker.
Well, his first night in the 90s, he killed a lot of people in that.
Well, he probably probably had a mortgage payment.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Well,
Well, either way, I've been Ben. Every man will win. Star people.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, free with Tannen. Goodbye.